193-94. But who were the masterminds behind this revolutionary technology? The story leads us to Hedy Lamarr, an Austrian-American actress and inventor, and George Antheil, an avant-garde American composer. Their collaboration resulted in a groundbreaking invention that would change the course of wireless communication forever. Hedy Lamarr was born Hedwig Eva Maria Kiesler on November 9, 1914, in Vienna, Austria, Hungary. She gained fame as an actress after her appearance in the scandalous 1933 film Ecstasy. Later, she moved to Hollywood and became a major star under the name Hedy Lamarr, gracing the silver screen with her stunning beauty and acting prowess in films such as Algiers and Samson and Delilah. Lamarr's life was not solely focused on her film career. She had a deep passion for inventing. Fueled by her curiosity and desire to contribute to the war effort during World War II, Lamarr decided to create something that would help the Allies combat Axis powers. Thus began her journey into the world of technology and innovation. Enter George Antheil, an eccentric composer known for his experimental style. Born in Trenton, New Jersey on July 3, 1900, Antheil was an innovator in his own right, incorporating unconventional elements into his compositions, like airplane propellers and player pianos. He met Lamarr at a dinner party in Hollywood, where they discovered their shared interest in inventing. This chance encounter would lead to one of the most influential technological partnerships of the 20th century. Together, Lamarr and Antheil developed a frequency hopping system that could help control torpedoes remotely without being jammed by enemies. The idea was inspired by player pianos and their ability to play different roles with varying sequences, ensuring uninterrupted music. This concept allowed the invention to rapidly switch between multiple frequencies during communication, making it difficult for an adversary to jam or intercept the signal. The duo patented their invention in 1942 under the name Secret Communication System. Unfortunately, the US Navy dismissed the technology at the time due to its complexity and focus on winning the war. However, declassified military documents from the mid-1950s revealed that they had indeed implemented frequency hopping systems in their communication devices, a testament to Lamarr's and Antheil's visionary ideas. It wasn't until decades later that the full potential of their invention would be realized. In the 1980s, researchers began exploring spread-spectrum technology for civilian applications, eventually leading to the creation of modern wireless communication systems, namely Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. The work of Hedy Lamarr and George Antheil laid the foundation for these now ubiquitous technologies that permeate our daily lives. The story of Hedy Lamarr and George Antheil serves as a testament to the power of collaboration, curiosity, and unconventional thinking. Their groundbreaking work has left an indelible mark on history and continues to inspire future generations of inventors, scientists, and engineers. Propelled her to stardom, but it was her work in a far different field that would leave an indelible mark on history. Together with composer George Antheil, Hedy Lamarr invented a technology that forms the basis for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth frequency hopping spread spectrum. To understand this groundbreaking invention, we must first delve into the science behind it. Frequency hopping spread spectrum is a method of transmitting radio signals by rapidly switching a carrier signal among many different frequencies. This technique allows for secure and efficient communication, as any potential eavesdropper would have to contend with the constant frequency changes, rendering the intercepted data unusable. The idea was sparked during a dinner party conversation between Lamarr and Antheil in 1940. The pair noticed that player pianos, which use perforated paper rolls to automate music, could be used as a metaphor for secure communication. By creating a system where both the transmitter and receiver hop between frequencies in sync, they could create a secret channel of communication resistant to interference or interception. Lamarr and Antheil filed a patent for their invention on June 10, 1941, describing it as a secret communication system. However, the US Navy initially dismissed their idea as impractical for wartime use. It wasn't until the 1950s and 60s that frequency hopping spread spectrum began to be used in military applications, such as secure radio communication for Navy ships and fighter aircraft. The commercial potential of this technology was realized with the advent of wireless communication technologies like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. In the late 1970s, the Federal Communications Commission allocated unlicensed frequency bands for industrial, scientific, and medical applications, paving the way for the widespread use of spread spectrum techniques. Dr. Dries Haberls, Andrea Goldsmith, a professor of electrical engineering at Stanford University, explains the significance of Lamarr's invention. The concept of frequency hopping spread spectrum was revolutionary because it allowed for secure and efficient communication in a highly congested radio frequency environment. This technology has been instrumental in the development of modern wireless communication systems. Historian Dr. Marie Hicks adds, Hedy Lamarr's work on frequency hopping spread spectrum is a prime example of how seemingly disparate fields can intersect to create groundbreaking innovations. Her collaboration with George Antheil shows that cross-disciplinary thinking and unconventional approaches are often the key to solving complex problems. Today, Lamarr's legacy lives on in the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth devices we use every day. Yet, her story also serves as a reminder of the untapped potential that lies within each of us. As Dr. Goldsmith notes, Hedy Lamarr was not only a talented actress, but also a brilliant inventor who had the foresight to envision a world connected through wireless communication. Her contributions continue to inspire and shape the field of wireless technology. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Hedy Lamarr's life, one thing remains clear. Her work has left an indelible mark on history and continues to inspire future generations of inventors, scientists, and engineers. The story of Hedy Lamarr and George Antheil serves as a testament to the power of collaboration, curiosity, and unconventional thinking, reminding us that sometimes the most significant breakthroughs come from the most unexpected places. And so, at the height of her acting career, Hedy Lamarr, the most beautiful woman in the world, was also a brilliant inventor. Yet, despite the groundbreaking nature of her invention, she remained largely unrecognized and underappreciated during her lifetime. The question then arises, why wasn't Hedy Lamarr's invention recognized or utilized for so long? The answer lies in a complex web of circumstances, including the cultural biases of the time, military secrecy, and corporate interests. During World War II, when Lamarr and Antheil developed their frequency hopping technology, the military initially showed little interest in the invention. The Navy even returned the pair's designs, stating that they were too complicated for practical use. However, new evidence has come to light suggesting that the military may have deliberately suppressed Lamarr's invention due to its potential impact on national security and communication systems. In 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, the U.S. Navy employed a similar frequency hopping technology in their Polaris submarines guidance systems. This revelation raises questions about whether the military had covertly developed Lamarr's invention without giving her proper credit or compensation. Moreover, corporate interests may have played a significant role in suppressing Lamarr's invention. In the 1950s and 1960s, companies like Sylvania and Motorola began to develop their patents for spread spectrum technology, which is closely related to frequency hopping. These corporations likely had no knowledge of Lamarr's work, as her patent had expired by then. However, the fact remains that they profited immensely from a technology that she had pioneered. The cultural biases of the time also contributed to Lamarr's lack of recognition. As a woman in a male-dominated field, Lamarr faced numerous obstacles and prejudices. Her beauty and acting career often overshadowed her inventive prowess, causing many to dismiss her as a serious inventor. Even when her invention was finally recognized in the late 1990s, it was largely due to the efforts of women's organizations and feminist scholars who championed her cause. In conclusion, the suppression of Hedy Lamarr's invention is a fascinating mystery that intertwines military secrecy, corporate interests, and cultural biases. While we may never know the full extent of the forces that kept her work in the shadows, one thing remains certain. Lamarr's groundbreaking invention has left an indelible mark on history and continues to inspire future generations of inventors, scientists, and engineers. The story of Hedy Lamarr serves as a reminder that sometimes the most significant breakthroughs come from the most unexpected places, and that we must remain vigilant in recognizing and supporting unconventional thinkers, regardless of their gender or background. Only then can we ensure that innovative ideas do not go unnoticed or unappreciated, paving the way for a brighter future filled with groundbreaking discoveries and technological advancements. Delving deeper into our exploration of unconventional thinkers and suppressed inventions, we encounter a fascinating tale that unfolds like a Hollywood movie, the story of Hedy Lamarr, an actress who became far more than just a pretty face. Born in Vienna in 1914 as Hedwig Kiesler, she would go on to captivate audiences worldwide with her beauty and charm, gracing the silver screen alongside legends such as Spencer Tracy and Clark Gable. However, there is another side to Hedy's life that has been largely overshadowed by her film career, a hidden narrative of innovation, perseverance, and unfortunate suppression. In 1942, at the height of her acting fame, Hedy Lamarr and composer George Antheil co-invented a frequency-hopping spread spectrum method for secure communication, which later formed the basis for modern Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS technologies. This groundbreaking invention, intended to protect Allied torpedoes from being jammed or intercepted by Axis forces, was submitted to the U.S. Navy amidst World War II. Regrettably, the technology was dismissed at the time due to the military's focus on winning the war rather than exploring unconventional ideas. The true mystery lies in how history has treated Hedy Lamarr's remarkable achievement. Despite her invention being classified and remaining a secret for years, it is disheartening that her contributions have only recently begun to receive proper recognition. For decades, Hedy was primarily known for her acting prowess and glamorous lifestyle, with little mention of her technical genius. It wasn't until the 1990s that her work in frequency-hopping spread-spectrum technology resurfaced, leading to her induction into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2014, a well-deserved accolade, albeit decades too late. Several factors may have contributed to Hedy's story being downplayed or dismissed over the years. 1. Gender bias. Like many women in science and technology throughout history, Hedy's accomplishments were often diminished due to societal prejudices against her gender. Her identity as a glamorous movie star might have overshadowed her technical expertise, reinforcing stereotypes that relegate women to secondary roles in fields dominated by men. 2. Classified secrets. The secrecy surrounding Hedy's invention could have played a part in its initial dismissal and later obscurity. With the U.S. Navy holding onto her patent for years without proper recognition, it is plausible that Hedy's contributions were lost in the classified world of military secrets. 3. Lack of public awareness. It wasn't until the digital age that wireless communication became an integral part of our daily lives, making it difficult for people to fully grasp the significance of Hedy's invention during her lifetime. As a result, her groundbreaking work might have gone unnoticed by both the public and the scientific community. As we continue to uncover the lost chapters of history, it is crucial that we shine a light on stories like Hedy Lamarr's. Her journey serves as a stark reminder of the challenges faced by unconventional thinkers, especially women, in their quest to contribute meaningful innovations to society. Only through vigilance and open-mindedness can we hope to ensure that brilliant minds like Hedy's are not forgotten or dismissed, allowing them to inspire future generations of inventors and dreamers. In the world of innovation, there are those who make headlines and those who change the course of history. Hedy Lamarr, a Hollywood star from the golden age of cinema, belongs decidedly to the latter category. Inventor of frequency-hopping spread-spectrum technology, Lamarr laid the groundwork for modern wireless communication, including Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, a legacy that continues to shape our interconnected world today. Lamarr's invention, developed during World War II in collaboration with composer George Antheil, was initially intended to protect Allied torpedoes from being jammed or intercepted by Axis forces. By creating a signal that hopped across 88 different frequencies, the same number as keys on a piano, their system made it nearly impossible for enemies to detect or decode the transmissions. Although the technology was not immediately adopted, it lay dormant until the 1950s and 60s when it found new life in military communication systems. Today, frequency-hopping spread-spectrum technology has become an indispensable part of our daily lives, forming the backbone of countless devices and services we rely on. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and various other wireless technologies use this innovation to ensure secure, reliable connections for everything from streaming movies to sharing files between devices. It's estimated that by 2025, there will be over 75 billion connected devices worldwide, a staggering figure that speaks volumes about the enduring impact of Lamarr's work. But even as we enjoy the benefits of this revolutionary technology, questions remain about its potential applications and untapped possibilities. For instance, what other breakthroughs might arise from combining seemingly disparate fields like art and engineering? Could Hedy Lamarr's story inspire future collaborations between creatives and technologists, leading to innovations that transform our lives once more? As we ponder these questions, let us not forget the lessons of history. Like Lamarr, countless other inventors have faced obstacles and skepticism in their quest for progress. By championing unconventional thinkers and fostering an environment where diverse perspectives are valued, we can help ensure that groundbreaking ideas do not go unnoticed or underappreciated. Yet, as we celebrate Hedy Lamarr's contributions to science and technology, one haunting question lingers. How many other brilliant minds remain hidden in the shadows, their potential untapped due to societal bias or circumstance? The answer remains elusive, but it is a mystery that compels us to remain vigilant, open-minded, and committed to uncovering the full spectrum of human ingenuity. In this digital age, where wireless communication connects us like never before, let us remember Hedy Lamarr, an inventor whose brilliance transcended traditional boundaries and left an indelible mark on our interconnected world. And as we continue to explore the uncharted realms of innovation, let us strive to create a future where every brilliant mind has the opportunity to shine, regardless of their origins or circumstances. For now, we pause, reflecting on the legacy of Hedy Lamarr and the endless possibilities that lie ahead. The story of this trailblazing inventor serves as both a testament to human potential and a haunting reminder of the untapped brilliance that may still be waiting in the wings, ready to reshape our world anew.